Hey everybody, welcome back to the Court of Random Opinion. My name is Lauren Neidigh, and I'm here with my friends Bruce the Moose and Big Tiff. So we were late because exclusively because these guys were late and not me. Totally not me. Um, just wanted to let everyone know.
Lying is illegal. I learned that
Lying
from
is not
David S.
illegal.
Gingras, Esquire. So just so you know.
Yeah, all right. Well, if I ever want to lose a big court case, I'll hire that guy.
Right?
Yeah, so we're going over the bankruptcy docs for the Owens family.
That would
So
work.
we got through part 1 and 2, and then Tiff has some notes she wants to cover some stuff with us tonight. She's been very patient with me because we were supposed to do this a week ago, and then of course I got sick and I was in bed for most of 3 days, and then after that I was just like terrible
Bleh.
at scheduling. So, all right, what do you want to start off with here?
Okay, so what we're gonna cover tonight is some income and expenses, right? Because
Sure.
this is kind of like the most important part of the chapter 13. Chapter 13 is a restructuring, right? So you have to make some repayments back on the debt that you want to be included, and you have to prove that you're able to do that. One, by how much you make, and two, by proving that your other expenses are legitimate and sustainable for the plan. So to start off, I have us starting. I said page 41, which I'm not so sure that
We're on the
that's
right part.
accurate. Let's see. Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah, because it starts out as
Like
yeah.
this right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so this is where a bankruptcy for older people is a little different. Retired, I shouldn't even say older. Retired or disabled people is a little
Right.
different because we don't see a lot of the standard types of income that you would on people who are, full-time
Mhm.
employed. So you'll see a lot of zeros for a good part of this form, but we'll go down to where we begin is actually line 8E at the very bottom there, and it shows so throughout this document, let's remember that debtor number 1 is Jan, and debtor number 2 is Ron.
Okay. You said to scroll
Just
down.
yeah, scroll down just a little bit. Yeah, we're at line 8.
We can get
So
them T-shirts that say Debtor 1 and Debtor 2 and
debtor
send.
2.
We can.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
So we're starting out here with Social Security at Jan's amount is $2,003 a month, and Ron's is $3,664 a month. Pretty standard, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, I might have expected Jan's to be a little more, but anyway, I don't know when she stopped working, so could be wrong about that. And then we're going to go down to line 8G, which is their retirement income pensions. So for Jan, it's $2,730 a month, and for Ron, it's $12,686 a month. And that seems like a lot, and it is. It's not a lot, right? But I really feel like it's probably part of whatever negotiation packages he was putting together when he was making more money, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know that it's like with Social Security, it's kind of like calculated by your income over a certain period of time, right? And
Yes.
that's not so much the case with retirement income. It's really about what you negotiate.
Now, when it says pension or retirement income, could this include like a 401k
Yeah, I
or a
actually,
Roth IRA
Bruce,
or something like that?
you're always getting me with the good questions, Bruce.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why I'm here.
I do believe that there is another section for that type of income. I skimmed
Okay.
over it because it was listed as blank, so I don't
Fair.
believe that they have that type of income.
This
I
would be
could point
some
to it if
other
I
type of
remember.
plan.
Yeah, this would be just like your straight out
Yeah. Because I know a lot of
retirement
modern
package.
companies, they don't even do pensions anymore. They just
Mhm.
do
Yeah.
401ks or they let you
Yep.
do a Roth IRA or something like that.
Yeah, if it's government, it's 401A. Well, I should say local government, it's 401A. So, yeah, they're different types, but this would just be, I believe, because if it's 401k or something that you technically draw from over time, it still has an asset value to it that's higher than what you're drawing each month. So that would be reported in another section. Like I said, I skimmed over that for the purpose of looking at their bankruptcy because it was just zero and I didn't think twice about it. So this is probably because I mean they were there for a long time. So I believe they were probably part of a package that included actual retirement versus like a lot like at my husband's work, they used to have retirement packages, but if you start after a certain year, then it switched over.
There you go.
Yeah. So we're looking at total for Jan is $4,733 a month, and for Ron it's $16,350 a month. Well, my brain loves an even number. That would make me happy if that were me, but
dude, I want to make that much money when I'm retired.
I'm telling you.
I know, that's wild.
It is wild, and it gets wilder. So we've got $21,083 a month because I don't think this, I'll go over it in another part, but yeah, it gets wilder for a second. But anyway, $21,000 a month is pretty decent. Even with
pretty decent,
some heavy mortgages. It's pretty decent.
Right.
I think I could handle it.
Somebody says I want to make that much money right now. I agree, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't even have comments up. Yeah. Yeah. It is a lot. It is a lot. That's a lot to get a month.
I don't know. I just think
retirement
like this sometimes, and I think about how hard I have to work to make like $2,000, and it's just so sad.
Really. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, and you know, I mean, I think he worked for a very long time, so I don't hate it. It does feel like a weird distribution of wealth, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm in a numb state of acceptance about that.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So, I do, however, I believe that this reflects some, again, numbers from his maybe later years in his career that were more income, like the income was higher over that period of time. I just, because he didn't make a lot of money over a very long time. He made a decent money for most of his career, and then towards the end of it, there was a lot. Yeah. There's a whole blog somewhere about that, but I went down the rabbit hole on that.
That's not quite as ideal because you're not getting the compound interest if you're saving at an early age. If you make a lot less at the earlier age.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm just nitpicking.
Yeah, just nitpicking. So, like I said, we're looking at a total here, and I don't even remember if I pointed out the pages they're on, but supposedly, you know, from the LLCs, there's zero income, and profitability in those. So we're not reporting that on this form.
Now, would that be like a net proceeds? So if they made money on it, but they had expenses as well, and the expenses outweighed the money, would they just list it as zero in this form?
Yeah, they could. You'd have to back that up. You know, so you better have the documentation to back it up.
I mean, that normally is documented on annual tax reports, right? Tax returns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And it should be documented, and as long as you're not commingling your business money and your personal money, it should be reported in your business statements as well, what you're actually receiving and spending on those businesses. Those should not cross over. Especially
there's a Schedule A or Schedule whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole weird calculation, but yes. So that's where we're at. We have $21,083 a month to play with, so to speak, right?
Is that all?
So then we're going to go down to expenses, which starts on page 43.
This.
Yeah.
We're gonna go down
and
more?
Yeah, we can go to. Oh, here we are. Okay, we're going to start off here. So this is what we have. We have $300 as overall home expenses. We're not including our mortgage here, and we're not including homeowners insurance or taxes or anything. So that leads me to believe that taxes and insurance are likely in an
Whoa.
escrow account.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy
Which-
low. Like,
Yeah.
just like getting, I don't know, like if you
They
have
have
a
a bunch
water
of horses
softener
and
and you want to
shit,
go
like
get a
what?
new water softener, or you want to have your roof,
I
like,
mean,
you know, some shingles fixed up, or you're going to be paying more than $300.
well, and I know we have some Arizona people here. I feel like there's got to be at least some sort of lawn maintenance. I don't know if it's grass, but isn't there lawn maintenance that you
When I
have
was
to?
in Arizona, mine was just rocks. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I
Maybe
mean, don't you have
not.
to do
I don't know.
something? I don't
I mean, they
know.
have a much nicer house than I did, so I can't tell you.
Well, don't they have a pool? Because I know pools, you
Yeah.
usually have to have a pool guy, and there's pool maintenance costs and all
Mr.
sorts.
Jan
The pool
loves the
guy
pool guy.
comes over, and there's the pool robot and all the. And then
Oh,
there's
yeah.
the AC units are so critical there that I imagine the maintenance and repair and upkeep of air conditioning systems is probably the major thing in Arizona.
Yeah, it's wild to me that we're actually reporting more in like electric, water, and telephone internet services. What is that? 4 times the amount of what we're saying our $2 million house requires for monthly maintenance and upkeep. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, $500 a month on what is this? Oh, internet, cell phones, and TV. I mean, I guess if
Yeah.
there's 3 people and they all have cell phones, and then you got TV, and you have internet, and Laura has 15 cell phones, I guess it could be. It should probably be more than that
Right.
if she has 900 cell phones. I don't know.
I don't know either. And I mean, I know in the I hate calling it a casita, but whatever that building is that Laura lives in, there's
Yeah.
they have like a split. It's not like ducted air conditioning and stuff. So I don't know if the whole house has that kind of air conditioning. I wouldn't imagine that's feasible
What?
for Arizona.
A what?
Yeah.
A split?
Yeah, it
What
has
is
that like a, where the kind that's on the wall. It's just
An in-wall air
like,
conditioner unit?
yeah, but the kind of like it has whatever, it leads outside and stuff.
Oh
but
yeah,
it's
they all
on
got
the
to go
wall.
outside somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
it's on the
a lot of
wall.
apartment complexes will do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what's in that building. I would imagine, like I said, it's not. I'm sure anybody in chat could look real quick and tell me what it says on the listing, but we don't care that much. I just
Sounds
think,
rough.
yeah. So 500 a month might not be out of whack for electricity.
I feel like the garbage collection should be
Mhm.
higher, given that Laura lives on that property. Saying.
It's a lot per month, man. Water, sewer, and garbage. It's a lot per month.
I imagine the water bills in Phoenix are high because it's not a place where you just naturally
Yeah.
have an abundance of water.
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
What is it? Some of this. Let's see. Hang on. I'm trying to figure out where it fits in that they have expenses to like repair the floors for the dog peeing on them all the time, because we all
That's
saw that.
4C. That's what I'm saying.
That
4C is way too
that would be home
low.
maintenance. Yeah, that'd be home maintenance, right? Exactly.
$300. You could barely hire someone once a year to clean your house. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't even make that.
I
Like,
mean,
there's
apparently
no
they
way
spent.
300.
Apparently, Lone Cactus ripped them off like $50 billion building the horse stables and whatnot out there. I would
Right.
imagine that alone costs more than $300 to maintain a month. But
Hey Jen, what's up? How's it going?
I'm feeling.
Yeah. We talked
I'm
about
feeling
the pool.
spicy
The
tonight.
pool guy would blow out this number 4C as well. Just like a whole host of things would destroy this row 4C.
Somebody says I spent Justice for Clayton says I spent $180 on AC in July in a 1,400 square foot place.
Yeah, not surprising. Not surprising at all.
Yeah.
And electricity rates will vary depending on where you live and who your provider is and all this jazz. But yeah.
Yeah, that too, right. So yeah, so that's where we're at with these kind of what you would call household expenses. And then we can keep going, scrolling down to it's like the The disparity between some of the numbers is just blows my mind a little bit. Right?
Health insurance is $225 here.
Right, like okay, so let's not get ahead.
Expenses $150. Medical expenses are medical and dental expenses are $150, but food and housekeeping supplies are $900, and you're doing a GoFundMe for your health. What?
Dude, I don't think even 900 is right. Is this just for the 2 people or is this for 3 people?
Okay, so that's the thing. There's a separate form where you put that number in, and it really only applies to like calculating how much you're allowed to spend on health expenses. And they did include more in that number for whatever reason. I don't think.
Does this include her food?
I don't think it does. I don't think it. Well, I should say. Let's put it this way. It shouldn't.
This is a month, right? This seems low for 3 people for 1 month.
Yeah.
If they're ordering DoorDash all the time.
Well, right. It should not include them technically, or it should not include her. I mean, technically. But who knows what they were trying to.
This would be less than $100 a week in groceries and cleaning supplies per person. That seems low to me.
Yeah. It's less than what we spend. So that's
even for 2 people, it might be low.
But then we're spending $250 a month on clothing, laundry, and dry cleaning. What are we dry cleaning? What are we dry cleaning? Where are we going that we need to dry clean?
I guess. I don't
know. Well, as a man, I only buy clothes when my clothes are like 20 years old and have 16 holes in every surface. So.
Oh, I'm with Bruce.
I'm not.
I shop in the Walmart men's section.
I'm not up on the high fashion of keeping up with the clothing trends.
I'm definitely high fashion, but I shop in the Walmart men's section.
To be fair, I don't. Especially now, I work from home, so I don't go out. But
maybe if you get designer Tide Pods or something, the laundry could be expensive.
Pods.
With the fancy colors, so they're more enticing
I think we have that in
to eat. I don't know.
Personal care products and services, $250 a month. But we're only spending $300 a month on house maintenance. What?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's not.
I don't.
That's not good for your home equity.
No, because you should be right. You should be constantly.
They probably need a new roof.
This is black turtlenecks.
$250 a month on black turtlenecks. Oh dear. That's trouble.
Oh, Jane says she spent $364 for electricity for July and 1,500 square feet. Yeah, that's about what we spent that last month. It was the highest.
Yeah, and the spark between you and the cops doesn't count.
Yeah, heat waves.
That's awesome. Sorry, that was the noise I made.
It's okay. I do way worse.
Transportation $650. Wow.
Well, is that where we're at? Transportation? Yeah, transportation $650. Well, if you don't have a car,
they don't have any cars.
Right. Supposedly.
So they do pay a service like a van because the guy's probably needs one of these ramp vans, right?
Yeah, I don't know how it works in Phoenix, but like in our area, we have like the senior center and some we have some public places that will do that.
Sorry, somebody says hauling horse poop isn't cheap, and I'm just like thinking at least Laura could have a job after all this, that pays well, I guess. Not
right?
Cheap. Yeah.
And Boots knows that. Boots
selling manure
expert.
No, hauling horse poop.
She's horse expert.
Yeah.
Hauling it in what? I don't think she drives.
Shovels, right? I think, to go to the dumpster, right? Or the whatever it is that they put horse poop in.
Is that a job?
It'll be her job.
Somebody's got to drive the poop away.
Well, we'll leave that for you, Bruce. You have a van.
What? I'm not gonna work with her. I refuse.
I don't think you can use a compost for that, right?
What? Compost bin? I don't think a compost bin would be big enough for horse poop. You got to take it directly to a farmer.
Yeah.
And then they put it in a big bin with a bunch of liquid gold, and then they spray it on their crops. Well, if you drive by at the right time, it smells real good, real primo.
She can sell manure for a lot of money. Okay.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, why? Maybe she's tried that. I don't know.
Somebody needs to tell him.
Well, what is she actually doing in her free time now? I feel like she may have already gone and trial and errored that. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, right? So, yeah, anyway, sorry. $6.50 for entertainment, clothes, recreation, newspaper. No, wait, that's $100 a
100.
month. Sorry, $100 a month. That line is not my friend right now.
Mm.
And then they're not giving anybody any donations, so don't go asking them for donations, even though they might have taken them from you. You're allowed to do some small form of donation a month,
Wait,
but okay.
well, oh, I
I mean,
see.
you could have like
Charitable-
PBS account or something, right?
Okay, it's not GoFundMe's.
Crazy.
It's not Patreon. I would have to get $5 a month for Chase J.
Right?
Jones.
And then insurance, life insurance, $1,500. Elsewhere in this document, it is further explained that that $1,500 monthly premium is for a policy on Ron. We don't know what the policy amount is. I don't even imagine that it's very high. I just think it's an extremely high premium because of age and health circumstances, right?
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
you typically don't carry your same policy from when you were working with you after you're done working. You have to get a new one. So Tom Selleck sold them something online. And we've got health insurance.
It doesn't say
220
when they acquired it, does it?
No,
No,
it doesn't.
okay.
Yeah, that'll be something worth knowing too. I'm sure the trustee will find out. Health insurance, $225.
Horse manure has to be stored and composted. You also need a tractor to load. They ain't selling horse manure. Listen, the chat knows a lot more about horse shit than I do.
That's what I'm saying, Lauren. You have to be able to drive a tractor, drive a truck, do all this stuff. It's very complicated.
Well, I thank all the horse shit experts in the chat.
And smelly. It's complex and smelly.
Yeah, so am I, but I don't cost that much.
But that's where the money is. Dirty
All right.
jobs.
We'll just keep going. Moving on.
And we've got, a box here that says horse insurance. I don't think that's an expense that they're going to be allowed to include as their expenses, but we'll see. I was thrown by that one. So
I
yeah,
never understand, like, when you're going through all this stuff, apparently, like, medically for your father or whatever, why keep 7 horses? Like, and she may say at some point, if I had to guess, that it was, like, for her mental health and stuff like that, because she's always said that's her only thing, basically, that she has. But keep 1 then, 2, not 7.
If you're going to keep them, then, like, get a job, work, and help pay for them. I mean,
well, that too, but that's never going to happen.
Pay for them entirely.
She could get a weighted blanket.
Never gonna happen. Yeah. 7 is like, why do you need 7 horses in this situation? If you're gonna try to keep a horse, at least keep like 1 or 2 tops.
A weighted blanket and a Build-A-Bear. Problem solved.
Hot.
Like and follow for more like pro tips
Right?
from the moose.
Bruce.
That's how my parents handled my 10th birthday, so you know.
Yeah.
It'd probably work.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, here we are. We can keep scrolling down because we don't have any car payments or other expenses that aren't included in the house except for in the other section. We get to line 21, animal maintenance, which is a weird phrase for me, but okay.
What is that about?
Is it horse food? What do these horses eat?
Oh, Boots, how much does horse feed cost a month?
Could you feed these horses on $100 a month? I wouldn't think so.
No, I can't believe that. Can barely. I don't know. I don't think I can feed my dog on that. We buy expensive dog food, but still.
Unless you're stealing it from nearby places or something. Yeah.
What?
Stealing it?
Alfalfa sandwiches?
Not the alfalfa sandwiches. No.
I think, don't horses eat the alfalfa grass or whatever? I think when Rich Lieberman's talking about the alfalfa sandwiches, it's code. He knows that these lines aren't right. And he's giving us a code, a secret code.
Yeah, okay. I've never seen a horse eat a sandwich, though. So
well, that's why it's a secret code. You just got to understand. It's a metaphorical sandwich.
In Michigan, we have this company. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's like this guy who takes these goats, like he has goats, and he takes them to like eat down the weeds on properties because apparently like some very invasive weeds, goats love them.
Oh, they do that in Oregon because stuff grows so much.
We got some answers to your question. It's somebody says I have 4 horses and I spend easily $700 a month, and then
There we
we
go.
have somebody says feed could easily be $1,000 a month, and then we
There we
have
go.
conservative mama says if they're stabled, $1,000 to $1,500 monthly. Okay,
There we go.
which tracks
Yeah.
because the 4 for $700, so it's almost twice that. Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin has a horse farm up here in Michigan, but
Gotcha.
I know that's one thing that is not cheap for at least in this area.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the
We've
goats
got
will eat
miscellaneous
anything.
miscellaneous expenses, $200. So I mean miscellaneous stuff is twice the price of animal maintenance.
Well, what does that even mean?
I don't even know. I don't know. I
Miss
can't. You're
expensive.
supposed to, like, everything did anybody see something they spend something on not listed here? I mean, I think even subscriptions and stuff like that is listed on here. So I don't understand why there would be another, but whatever.
Yeah.
Or a miscellaneous.
Maybe that's where Dave's Patreon is.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, it's not going to be on here because I guess Laura probably pays for it, right? But like, she pays with her parents' money, so I guess I don't know, man.
Who knows?
Yeah. So we've got another even number here, which this part doesn't surprise me so much. It's not going to be, it's not going to have whatever, an uneven number necessarily because it's a lot of estimation. So $6,640 a month.
Mhm.
And if we take that and subtract it from our monthly total combined income of $21,083 a month, we've got $14,443 a month. And that number is important. Because, hold on, let me make a note of it real quick here because I don't think I did that on my notes page. Okay, so we're at the end of the expenses page. And to kind of make sense on, back up a second, Tiff. The next document we're going to review is their statement of financial affairs. And this is more of a, not so much like a fill in the box kind of situation as far as, how much goes in and goes out each month, but what is the overall status of your household? How many people do you have in it? Do you have any other assets or liabilities that haven't been disclosed anywhere else? Could you possibly have some, benefit that might come in the future, etc. So it wants to know, just in general, again, what are your businesses making? So that they're taking these two numbers that we went over, the 21,000 and the 6,000, and they're going to calculate how much these people can afford each and every single month for the next 5 years. Without missing 1 month or beat, how much they can afford so that they can get caught up mainly on their mortgage. That's all that they're really ever going to get caught up on.
So the 14,400 is before we've made a mortgage payment.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And
oh my gosh, and it's 14,400. Even if they had like a sizable mortgage, like
yeah,
I don't know what's a big mortgage these days, like 7K or something, 6K. Like that would be big.
Well, their mortgage is like $12,400 a month on the first, and I think $1,500 on the second. So it's pretty close to this number, right?
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's astronomical. But I mean, like, if you just had a normal human being out there,
yeah,
what would be a big mortgage these days with interest rates the way they are? In your opinion?
That's a great question.
More than a couple grand, but not 14K.
Yeah, I mean, a couple grand. I haven't done a closing in a while because I mostly just do the research stuff now. But I mean, my experience has been through these kinds of interest rates. Yeah. We're looking at 2,000 to 24, 25, maybe even 2,700 a month, right? And that's including taxes and insurance. So
even if even if they're undercalling their expenses here, it's $7K and it's really like 8. If they were really financially responsible and had like a mortgage that was more like $3,000-4,000 a month, they would be good. They'd be in good shape.
They would be in good shape if they would just never taken out any additional mortgages on this house. Like they bought this house for $950,000. Granted, they borrowed $950,000 when they bought the house, and they didn't put any money down, basically. But it still would have been okay.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
assuming that second mortgage that they took out at that time it was only $100,000. It couldn't have been that much per month. So they should have been okay with just those mortgages, right?
Right.
But then we just immediately started borrowing more money. And it went off the rails so fast.
Yeah.
Again, I mean,
And that's the big mystery, right? Where'd all this money go?
right, because we're talking about, if you add it all up, it's over $1 million.
Because they're
Probably
enumerating their
overdue.
expenses, and their expenses don't include anything that would account for all this money disappearing.
No,
So that's the big mystery here.
right. Like,
Okay.
okay, let's
I
take
think I'm
this.
caught up.
Let's take this 14,000 and let's say we're only counting the first mortgage of 12,000 a month.
Yeah.
You're never, how many credit cards were there? Somebody counted. I think it was 47 or something.
There were a lot.
How are you
Yeah.
how are you ever
47?
There were a lot. That could have been an exaggeration, but I feel like there were a lot. How are you ever going to maintain? How? It's not manageable. Here, something's going to bug me if I don't look it up. Give me 1 second, because
Somebody says the money went to House of Prime Rib.
Mm.
So that's probably true.
So here we go. 1 second. There were 45 accounts in total, and I know some of those weren't credit cards, but let's say, I don't know, take 15 away, 30 of those accounts were credit based, right?
Yeah.
Those aren't small minimum monthly payments either. I don't see how this is even slightly manageable as a life.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm gonna get to it real quick while we're
you
watching me scroll.
You would need a bunch of Excel spreadsheets to keep track of all these credit cards.
Right.
Like,
that would give me such anxiety.
I could see Cat Lady Ballerina just drooling at the thought of like
Oh,
annotating
God.
all these credit cards in Microsoft Excel, you know.
Well,
She's so happy, right?
She's the Lord of the
So.
spreadsheets. So.
As long as they're not her credit cards.
Somebody says, how many total horses? It is 7, right?
I think they count. I think on this form, they counted 3.
Oh, but I mean, they have 7 total. That they
Yeah,
don't
there's other horses elsewhere, but these
right.
they counted 3. And to be honest, I'm so sorry, but I
they
don't
said at their home, so that's
pay that much attention to the horse stuff as I should, but mainly because I don't understand it. But but I think, yeah, there's horses elsewhere. There might be one that's leased out. Oh well, we're not counting that because we're not counting any money we make on a business. So our total mortgage payments are $14,188.18.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking at what we have left over every month at 14. Let's say, I mean, even if you don't have any expenses for the month, $6,000 is still not a lot to have to spread amongst 30 odd credit cards a month.
Right.
It's not a good situation at all.
That was bugging me. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we're going to go to page 46, please.
All right.
And this form really makes my brain itch, so I'm gonna try not to get too hung up in the things that irritate me. But we can skip right down to line 5. So keep scrolling.
Is this it?
Yeah, right here. So this is where we start off with the income. And am I on the right page? Hold on. Other income. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no problem. You're good. Don't worry. It says leases on a horse usually cover the cost of keeping them, rarely a moneymaker. Okay.
I did know
never
that
looked
because
up that.
I did know that because my cousin, when she was like off of work because she had a surgery and she was off of work for an extended period of time, she lent her horses out so that they would be cared
Oh,
for
okay.
while she couldn't care for them in her barn. I did know that much about horses. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know why I have line 5 here. I'm
No problem.
being
Where do you want
dumb.
me to go, Captain? Tell me.
Okay. Want you to keep. I am in the wrong form. That's what's happening here. Hold on. What form? Can you scroll up a little bit and tell me to the
Yeah.
first page of this form and tell me what form number it is?
We're
It
looking
is
at part 1.
107.
Is this it?
Statement of Financial Affairs. Okay. So I made this like a week ago when I was super tired.
And I was
And
super not fulfilling my end of the deal. So it's okay.
well, okay, I see what I did. Line 4 is probably where I was
Line
where
4.
I was hung up. I have in my sheet line 5, but line 4 is where I was confused because it says, "Do you have any income from employment or from operating a business during this year or the 2 previous calendar years?"
Okay.
And we just say no. No. I don't believe it.
Didn't Laura say that she and her mom split money from some business they were getting money from? That doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
they say they were making money on the Airbnb. But I mean,
Did they have
and
to
the 2
include that
calendar
then?
years, that's going back 24 and 23. The
Now, does this
entire
mean profit only, like profitable business, or any business income, even if your expenses are higher than your income?
Right.
No, it would be, you're right. It would be your net profit of profitable income.
So if they spend
I
a
don't,
ton of money on their business and the business never made any money net, then no is the correct answer here. Is
it's
that true?
it's entirely possible, yes. It is entirely possible.
So they're just running
Um,
businesses at a loss.
every single one. Every single one.
Geniuses.
Right? We're saying that all of our 4 businesses that we claim are legitimate businesses are not making any money for the last, oh, well, let's call it 3 years. 2025 is
Yeah,
almost over. So that's interesting.
for sure.
That's interesting, is all I'll say. I don't see, okay, I just don't see how.
And that does
If
conflict with the testimony under oath, right? At the June
it
10th hearing
does.
about making $200,000 a year.
And there's one of the very last lines in this form bothers me for that reason.
Okay.
But even let's talk about the Airbnb for a minute. The Airbnb had a down payment made, right? Now there's speculation that she borrowed that money because apparently she was posting on Facebook about borrowing the money. I don't know. I don't know that she did borrow the down payment. I don't know. However, at least $15,000 would have been put down as a deposit. So that is an equitable transfer. So there had to be the money in the business to put it into the asset. So it rarely goes backwards unless the property is destroyed. So that's at least $15,000 of an asset transfer that you should have inside of a business, right? You shouldn't have no income. And you can't just not pay yourself for 3 years and call it no income. Like that doesn't jive. Sorry. I'm really spicy tonight.
Follow the money.
Reel it in.
Oh,
That's just
right. Amp it up.
But it doesn't, nothing, I know nothing makes sense, but that one also just doesn't make sense. And then let's skip down to line 7 and 8. This one's a good one.
All right.
7 and 8.
We're here.
Yeah. Within 1 year before you filed for bankruptcy, did you make a payment on a debt you owed to anyone who was an insider? So, remember the form that Josh filed for Laura that said that her family paid for the retainer for his services? Everybody's asking, well, if they paid for it using their credit cards or whatever, does it really have to be reported in the bankruptcy? And here's where I say yes, because Laura is an insider, meaning she's a friend, family member, or business partner, or just in general, right? She's somebody who's closely connected to them that they paid for, assuming it's them, that they paid for a service for her. So again, you can't go and say, I don't have any of my own money, but I've been paying my sister-in-law's mortgage for, the last 6 months or whatever, and file bankruptcy because you don't have any money. You still have to pay your creditors first. Your creditors should take first priority in your life. So saying no here is interesting to me.
Well, it says, did you make a payment on a debt you owed anyone who was an insider? So Laura is the insider, correct?
Yeah.
So why would Jana Run owe her a debt?
So I'm trying to think of how to.
Seems like they're making more money than her.
Yeah.
Since she just filed for indigency and doesn't have any income, how could she loan them money and need to be repaid?
Yeah. And maybe I'm interpreting it wrong too. I thought I double checked my theory on this though.
You think there's something just about the fact that they live together that would indicate that they would need to
I wouldn't even say here? Yeah, I wouldn't even say that it's that they live together, just if they paid for something on her behalf. But maybe that's not what it means actually. So I could be wrong on that one.
A payment on a debt.
Make a payment.
Because to me, it's sort of like Laura gave them something and then they paid her back.
So an example of that, I guess, would be like the storage unit we talked, or the storage fee that is listed there for her brother and brother-in-law.
Because those are relatives, potentially.
Right. So if they made payments on that, then that would maybe be more applicable.
Yeah. That would be something that might have to show up here.
Yeah, that could be what I was thinking there.
Very interesting.
Sorry, I told you guys I was tired, and I told you this would be fun. That's where I was. I should have made notes about who I was talking about in here too. I'm gonna have to make page numbers and everything now. Yeah, so that's why that's interesting.
Yeah, that whole storage thing is really mysterious.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
And it seems like it's inconsistently documented throughout this whole thing.
Yeah. And there's going to be more about that. That's going to be coming out. That's going to be coming out. There's more about, there's something else going on there too that we're going to, once we get some things tied down, kind of cover on that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's wild.
We got to get Jeremy Hales to raid their storage facility and get all the gold bars or whatever out of there, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going down here.
You was up here?
Yeah, 7 and 8 insiders. Oh yeah, I am tired. Number 8 is the one where I was thinking about the payment to the attorney.
Okay.
Within 1 year before you filed for bankruptcy, did you make any payments or transfer any property on account of a debt that benefited an insider?
Oh.
Yeah.
This is the one that directly conflicts the Josh Colesroot filing.
I got mixed up. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
It directly it is. Yeah. And that's why when I saw that form, I went, "Whoo, boy." Now, granted, as we talked about the other night, he did what he had to do. Like number one, he can't lie about where he got paid from. Like, I don't think he's allowed to lie about that.
Right.
Like, he can probably tell people it's not your business, but I don't think he can straight up lie about it.
Right. At least not in a court filing.
Not in a court filing. It's probably frowned upon. But yeah, in my opinion, if Josh is, I don't want to get too far off track, but I will really quick. If Josh is speaking of Sarah and her husband, well, they shouldn't be paying his bill either if the mortgage isn't getting paid. So that's a problem, no matter what way you call it.
Right.
So yeah, that's the insider payment I was thinking of. Thank you. I knew I wasn't going crazy about that.
Not about that. I mean,
Not about that. Other stuff for sure.
That is very interesting. Okay, so
For
both of these
sure.
are interesting, actually,
Yeah.
for different reasons.
Right. And that's the thing. So, everybody, well, I shouldn't say, we've all become bankruptcy experts, right? In the last whatever month.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will say, they look back 90 days, they look back 90 days because every single law website that you read will say that. But not when it comes to things where you're moving money around inside of your household. They'll go back farther. They'll go back farther because that's not okay.
And this one's over
So
2 years, right?
that one
Almost
was
3
1
years.
year. That
Oh,
one was
1 year.
for 1
Okay.
year. Yeah, but they can go back farther. They're just saying in general,
Yeah.
1 year.
Okay. Oh, it was the businesses. It was the business
Mhm.
income that went back almost 3 years. All right.
Yeah.
Texas
Which is
Proud,
weird.
thank you for the $50. That's so nice of you. Thank you very much. We spend $40 monthly on migrating bird food. No bankruptcy as we spend within our means. That makes sense. Thank
Wow.
you, Texas
Yeah.
Proud. Appreciate you.
For
My
$50, Lauren, that means you are 1.25 of a migrating birds.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least
Right.
this month.
At least this month.
Yeah.
And then we've got,
I'll try to
our
migrate to you, but I don't know if I can do it fast enough. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
it's fine. So, we've got just the legal action, which is the Chase thing. We know about that. Is there any, actions against you right now? That was dismissed, or it was dismissed because
Okay.
they can't keep pursuing somebody, unfortunately, when they filed bank. I shouldn't say unfortunately because I'm
Yeah.
not a bank person, but they have to stop what they're doing. They can refile later, but they have to stop what they're doing. So Chase, if this bankruptcy doesn't go through, Chase can refile their lawsuit.
Okay.
They just have to drop it in the middle of this.
I see.
And court has a timeline, so you have to follow it. So that's why they dropped
Mm.
it instead of pausing. And then it just asks, did you have anything repossessed? Blah blah blah. No. We don't have any, evidence of that happening either.
Right.
And what do I go to next? Line 13. Yeah, so line 13 threw me off because it says they didn't give any gifts with a total value of more than 600 per person. And that's weird to me because, like, I don't know. I would imagine their Christmas gifts would be at least that much, and birthday combined even for the last 2 years, but maybe not.
Here,
But
honey, we got you a lawyer again.
Maybe they
So we
wrote
have
some poems.
I mean, they didn't donate to any GoFundMe's or anything that totaled more. I mean, like, I don't know. That's most people will donate just to like have the tax break on. For people making $21,000 a month, for me, $600 in a 2-year period to spend on charitable stuff and not doing that is weird to me. I don't know. I don't want to get too far in the weeds.
Well, I think they're just not gift givers. I mean, they didn't
Right?
even send Dave Neal a best wishes e-card or anything.
Does chocolate count?
June
Does
10th.
chocolate bars count?
Oh, that's true. You're right. Oh, I forgot about the chocolate bars.
Somebody says
Right?
Owen's moon bump was repossessed by Amazon. Can they repo her moon bumps?
Right? We'll see it on. What was
Some of
that?
those Amazon electric vans, they're pretty stealthy. They can just sneak right in there and
Oh my god.
steal it back. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh jeez.
And then boring stuff.
$600. Maybe they bought $599 worth of chocolate bars. They just kept it real.
You know, if they got
Right
all the
under
way
the
up to
radar.
600, maybe they would have been successful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's weird to me. Anyway, sorry. Like I said, not even so much just from I'm not even judging them for it, but again, I just feel like people especially with certain income levels will use these, there's not a bunch of exemptions you can take on federal income tax, and charitable stuff is one of them. So I don't know why you
Something
wouldn't.
tells me that that level of fine tuning their income taxes
Yeah.
is not something they're doing, given the gross mismanagement of their funds over however long a time period here.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the least
You're
of their worries.
yeah, you're probably right. And I mean, really, that mortgage interest alone, if they were paying it, would be deductible. I wonder if they tried deducting it and they didn't pay it. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's another rabbit hole. We can keep going. I have. Oh yeah, and they better hope that those charitable contributions are not listed on their tax returns, because if they are and they said no here, that's
Now, the person who deals with this form is called the bankruptcy steward
Trustee.
or something. What is it? Trustee?
Mhm.
Okay, now does the trustee also get access to all their tax returns for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, they should. They should have to include their tax returns. They might not ask for it. So, like, if you're just Joe Blow and you go file for bankruptcy, they might not dive too deep. But on this size of a bankruptcy case, they're going to want a lot of information and documentation, and
I mean,
especially with
you've already brought up two things, right? The mortgage interest deduction and charitable gift giving that should be is it consistent in the tax returns with this form?
right.
So that alone makes me think they would want to go ask for that.
Yeah, this is where people get hung up. And this is why, again, I think I said this the other night, you should be really specific when you're filling out forms. Don't leave it in the hands of the ref. You gotta give them every single detail, and it should match everything so they don't go digging farther. But we can go down to line 18, which is
It's getting me fired up now. It's getting exciting.
probably just a little nitpicky for me. But it says within 2 years before you filed for bankruptcy, did you sell, trade, or otherwise transfer any property to anyone other than property transferred in the normal course of your business? So, like, if you run a car company, like a car lot, that you wouldn't count all the cars on the lot that you transferred, right? But it says include both outright transfers and transfers made as security, such as granting of a security interest or mortgage on your property. And we say no. When really, we took out 4 different mortgages in the 2 years before we filed for bankruptcy. But anyway, it technically should be listed here. It should be listed here.
Okay, so those mortgages are effectively property transfers?
Yeah, and so what they want us, so I think, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to run up a bunch of my credit card debt and file for bankruptcy, and then I'll have some stuff and I, will be okay for a while, right? And I won't have to pay for any of it. But that you can do the same thing in not that the bankruptcy is ever going to prove that, but you can have the same thought process for mortgages, right? So if we have these mortgages where we bought a house for $950,000, and in the last 2 years we've taken out twice that in mortgages almost. Where did that money go?
Now, are those mortgages listed elsewhere on the statement?
Yeah, but this is where you should be answering this question as yes, and then explain that you took out 2 mortgages, at least 2 mortgages.
Yeah.
I would argue you have to.
I'm just trying to understand this last sentence where it says, do not include gifts and transfers that you've already listed on this statement.
Gifts and yeah,
but do they mean just this form 107?
Yes,
or this
just on this
thing?
form. Just this form 107. It's just on this, right?
And those mortgages are in 107?
I don't believe they are.
That's why this last sentence doesn't work, and you're correct,
Right.
that it should be here.
Yeah, they should be listed here. Yeah. And then, okay, so we have a little bit of a bombshell on this line 19.
Okay.
I know people have probably heard about the New Mexico house.
New Mexico house.
Yeah. So Jan's mom lived in New Mexico with with Jan's brother and his husband. And not with them, but in the same state as them, I should say. So she
Sure.
had her own house.
Okay.
And she passed away in 2011.
Okay.
But that house didn't sell until 2022. No, excuse me, 2023.
Okay.
So that's less than 10 years ago.
A lot less, yeah.
And so the part about this, so let's read it. Within 10 years before you filed for bankruptcy, did you transfer any property to a self-started trust or similar device of which you are a beneficiary? So some sort of trust. And the answer is yes, because in 2022, and I should have sent you the doc so we could pull it out, but it really doesn't matter.
No.
In 2022, they took the house out of Jan's mom's name. Like they settled her estate or whatever, somewhat settled it, and they put it in Jan and her brother's name.
Yeah.
So I think I don't. Here's the deal. I don't know that the exact transfer and the way it happened falls very narrowly into this description, but I do think it's very important because it was a chunk of property that you benefited from, and it happened within that 10-year period, right?
Yeah.
This was
So-
an inheritance.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And there's more to come about that.
Okay.
All
And
right.
they
So-
sold that property?
Yeah, they end up selling it in 2023.
Okay. Which
So-
comports with the sell part of this item.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's probably
Hmm.
going to be a problem.
All right then.
Yeah. There'll have to be a video dedicated to that whole estate thing, but
Okay.
it's definitely a problem. So we see a lot of this, oh, well, they didn't mention the GoFundMe, but we don't see a line that says list all your GoFundMes. But there's still spots where it falls into, and it should be completed for disclosure reasons because you don't want them to find out
Right.
another way and question the entire filing
Mm-hmm.
and the validity of the entire filing.
Yeah.
And some of this is straight up like you can't excuse a lot of it anymore. It's
Yeah.
lie. It's a lie.
So what does it mean, the ordinary course of your financial affairs?
So, like I said, like if you
What does that really mean? Because to me, that sounds subjective. Like,
It is
oh,
subjective.
sure, selling an inheritance. That's just the ordinary course of my financial affairs.
Yeah.
Is it?
But
I don't know.
ordinary would be something that you would see repetitively done, right?
Okay.
So it would show up on your financial statements as something happening over and over again. And so that would not necessarily be as an ordinary. So let's say you
Selling
sell things
cars.
online. You have
Yeah.
furniture or you have clothing that you sell online a lot. It's part of your income. Maybe it's not anymore, but it has been. So yeah, that would be something that it's not like a fire sale where you're just selling off a bunch of stuff to get some money. It's something that you did. You bought things at a discounted price and you resold them individually, right? It's kind of like in that situation, it would be your
Yeah.
ordinary course of business.
Like if you have
It'll
a
still
business
show
where you
up.
go to garage sales and put it all on eBay
Right.
all the time.
It'll still show up in your financials that you took money in and you paid money out, but it's not a big jackpot, so to speak.
Got it.
Not a one-off.
Okay.
It's not a one-off. I feel like I'm not making sense, but I'm trying. Ordinary course of business is a very subjective term. It's a weird term. Like we don't like it in my industry either because it has a thing where if we don't have to report to the IRS if the seller of a property sells property in their ordinary course of business. Well, what does that mean? I mean, I know what it doesn't mean, but you could imply that it does mean what they say it doesn't mean. It's just it's the IRS for you, right? Kind of similar here.
Sure.
I got way off track. Sorry.
That's all right. I got about 10 more
I'm
minutes.
almost. Yep. We're getting here.
We'll take a break and we'll come back for the next one. I don't know when, but we'll figure it out.
No, that's fine. Line 27, real quick. We're almost done with this form. I only have 2 more lines.
We're skipping ahead so much. No.
It's a lot of no's, and it's really like dumb
Yeah.
stuff. Like
I am
environmental.
prepared to make 20 more
Environmental.
videos to understand
Oh
bankruptcy.
no, we'll keep going.
Environmental.
We'll keep going, just not all in one night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
This might take
So
13 parts. We'll get it done.
I'm telling you, I could, but we're not, but we could break it down. So we've got our businesses listed here, and we've only listed 3, but there's a 4th. Stylet is missing. I don't know if it just didn't make money or what, but it really still should be listed.
Well, they didn't claim any of these made any money either, right? Or do you mean gross proceeds?
I mean, I don't know why they didn't list Stylet. Maybe, like, I mean, I had an LLC a few years ago. I didn't do anything with it. So does it count? Probably not, because I didn't put anything into it. I didn't pull anything out of it. I don't know if Stylet ever got off the ground. I think it had a website.
So if you don't have any gross proceeds at all, are you required to list it here?
I could see why you wouldn't list that particular one, especially if it didn't make any money or do any real business. Maybe you thought about it. And, I don't know. They didn't sell the whatever things you were trying to buy on land contract or seller financing, so you couldn't do it. I don't know.
Which one was that? Was that the horseshoe boob t-shirt or whatever?
Yeah, I think it was. Horseshoe boobs.
Yeah. I think that kind of shirt might be a little bit ahead of its time.
It's like a Zazzle shop, right? Like, I mean, you could whatever.
I'll wear it. Fuck.
That's some forward-thinking fashion, literally.
And then, so I said that line 28, I said that the end of this form really packs a punch for me, at least. And we got to scroll down a bit. Within 2 years before you filed bankruptcy, did you give a financial statement to anyone about your business? Well, I remember during the June 10th, 24 hearing, actually prior to it, that financial statements from Liz Max would have been required, right? They would have been required as part of disclosure of what Laura's income was. So the answer to this should not be no. It should be yes, because somewhere out there in a court file that isn't public information, but the court certainly has it, is a statement of a financial statement from Liz Max purporting to say how much the company made or had. So that's, again, I understand that some people might not know what they're filling out, but when you have a bankruptcy case that you are filing for $2.3 million, maybe you should pay some attention to what you're answering.
Yeah. Well, I'll play devil's advocate in their defense as to why you would put no here. Because what I remember from those earlier hearings, even before June 10th, like the February hearing, all I remember is Greg Woodnick complaining that these guys never gave him anything that he asked for, and they were always late and giving him the wrong stuff. And it was all jank. So even if a judge said, hey guys, you have to give your financial statements, maybe they just didn't do it, so they put no here. So to me, it's like they either did it wrong here because they did it right before, or they did it wrong before, which means they're doing it right here.
I do feel like
either way they're doing something wrong.
I do feel like you're right there. And that's a lot of this, right? It's either one way or the other. Laura's either your dependent that you include for the purposes of being part of your household, and she is on your tax returns as a dependent, or she's not. She's either somebody who contributes to your household or she's not. You cannot have it both ways. And in some parts of these forms, it's both ways, and that's maddening to me. I do believe I read somewhere, and I could be wrong, I do believe I read somewhere that they had both completed their financial statements and turned them in. I don't remember what filing, where I read it, when I read it. I feel like I did read it, though. And it might have even been part of their little, like they had to do their pretrial statements. It might have said that they have. And so, again, you're still right. They could have said they did. Doesn't mean they did. No. It doesn't.
Mm.
So yeah, I was reading my note about the takeaway from this video, and we didn't get through everything, but the takeaway is they're fucked.
Okay.
Because we real quick, we look at that number, that 14,000, that's what they have left, 14,443. They have that left after they supposedly pay all their bills. But their Chapter 13 plan, they're offering to pay $15,500 a month. How?
I also
Didn't even yell.
I don't
But
believe those
how?
expenses. I also don't believe
Right.
that expense list is correct.
No, I think it's very purposeful because you want to get to a point where I don't have any other money to give anybody else, so you have to let all my credit cards just die and wither away, and they
Right.
can never come to me, right? That's what their goal is here. They
You
want
want
all
to
that
kill all
credit
the
card-
unsecured debts.
Yeah, but I could be so very wrong, but I don't see that happening here.
Mm.
I don't. You have to be able to sustain. So the bankruptcy trustee gets paid for his work, right? But they get paid only if it's a successful plan, if it keeps going forward every month. So you don't set yourself up for failure in that situation. You set yourself up with a good case that's going to pay out over 5 years.
Oh boy, that guy or lady has a harder job than anybody in this case.
Being $1,000 short
That's-
a month on your expense on your I don't even know.
This bankruptcy trustee person, oh, I don't envy them at all. They have the hardest job here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They really do, and I'm sure because I'm pretty sure they're lawyers. But I'm sure they have a team and whatnot. But it's still not. It's not an easy job. It's just not. It's not. It's not an easy job. And again, you could put all this front end work in and then not get paid. So their goal is they do get paid, but their goal is to set it up so that they do get paid, right? It's not just purely incentive for them to just get it pushed through and approved.
Yeah.
Now,
if they set it up and it's theoretically feasible, right? But maybe the bankruptees, I don't know what you call them, Ron,
the creditors.
The creditors.
The bankruptees.
The bankruptees. I don't know what you call them.
Creditors.
But what if they go off the rails and don't follow the plan, even though the plan is theoretically achievable? Then what happens?
It gets dismissed. Boom, done. You're out, and all the protections that you have because the bankruptcy is in place go away immediately. You will be in foreclosure. You will be sued. They will start coming after you. It will not be pretty.
Oh no!
I absolutely see it ending that way. But
right. And does the trustee get paid at that point or no?
Only for the work they've done so far.
Who pays them?
It comes out of the monthly payment that the debtor is paying to the court.
Oh dear! So the trustee only gets paid if he accurately gets paid
10% a month.
The bankruptees.
Yeah.
The bankruptees. Okay.
I like bankruptees. I'm going to start calling them that.
I've invented new terminology, guys. It's write this down.
Somebody says they should sell and move to a retirement community. Those houses sell for much cheaper, so you can get a nice house for cheap.
They can't afford to. They can't afford to. They can't afford to.
Yeah.
They are over leveraged on that house.
Yeah, it's over leveraged.
Yeah.
There's no equity.
Now, having not paid several bills for a few months and having some cash, I assume, on hand, I don't know. They should be able to, but I don't think they can. I think they're fucked.
Yeah.
It's like I said, there's so much.
Yeah.
It's so much.
All right. I'm going to have to probably, because I got something coming to my door in 2 minutes. So I'm going to have to leave it on this for tonight, but we'll be back to talk more about this. Tiff and I will work something out, and I'm not going to be dying in my room, hopefully this week, so we can do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And then hopefully Bruce will also be able to join us. But We were missing Snitzel Ninja tonight, but she, I guess it's a long weekend. I assume everybody has, you know, stuff to do with their family and stuff. And
A life?
What? A
A
life?
life?
No, absolutely. But I just got back last night at midnight, so I was like, I don't want to have a life right now. I want to go to bed, for all the entire day. So hopefully she'll be able to join us as well because she's been with us a couple times.
Yeah, I did. And I liked having, what's his name?
Patrick.
I liked having him on the other night. That was a good
Patrick's great.
conversation.
I love Patrick.
Yeah, I liked that conversation. And Bruce always asks great questions that I never have the answers for. So there's that.
No, I've learned a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's
All
been
right,
really
we'll
good,
talk
actually.
to,
It's been amazing.
We'll talk to
It's
her
been
soon,
amazing.
and we'll have Tiff back very soon. We definitely appreciate her. So.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Good night.